Hi, I'm Matt Buteri from Buteri's Restaurant and Bar in Richmond, Nelson. Today I'm going to do a dish for you. It's a dessert dish using Saffience. And we're going to make a lemon and Saffience Semifredo with poppy seed Mille Feuille and fresh local strawberries. So first of all, I'm going to do the phyllo discs. So here I've got some phyllo. So very carefully, I'll just unroll that. Just move it to there. So we're going to do 3 layers. One sheet, put it up there. I've got some melted butter here. Just going to brush very gently, very lightly. Make sure you get the butter on there. Don't drown it in butter, but give it a nice coating. Get all the corners. I've got some icing sugar here. Just want to give the first layer a dust of icing sugar. The reason we put the icing sugar on there is to make sure that we get a nice caramelization, and also gives the phyllo a little bit of sweetness. Okay, I've got some poppy seeds. Just layer that on that one there. Nice sprinkle. And now for the third and final layer. And layer that on top. Pat it down into the corners. Okay, same thing again. You just finish it off with butter. Okay, poppy seeds on. You don't want to put too many poppy seeds on there. You want to have that crunch and that poppy seed taste, but you don't want to be eating just poppy seeds. Finish it off. Okay, as I said, this is very important because it caramelizes the phyllo pastry. It makes it nice and crisp. And we're going to go with cutters this size today. So I've just got my phyllo on the board. I'm just going to cut a ring out. Put a nice bit of weight and just be gentle when you're turning it that you don't rip the phyllo. If you have any problems, the other way of doing it is just get your knife and run around the edge of the ring. And now I'm going to cut out another little ring, because when I make the Semifredo, I'm going to slide the Semifredo through the hole. I'm going to bake these in the oven at 180 degrees for about 12 to 15 minutes until they're nice and golden. I'll put another piece of baking sheet on top of it with a tray on top of that, and that's just to stop them from curling up. Keeps them nice and flat, makes it easier to use. So I'll put those in the oven. Right, so here we've got quarter of a cup of sugar. We've got half a cup of sugar and quarter of a cup of water. And to this I'm going to add the Saffience. So I'm making a stock syrup with the Saffience because this is going to flavour. It's a much better product than the saffron threads. Something that you can add straight away to what we're doing here, which is the sugar syrup. So I'm just going to put 1 dessert spoon's worth into my sugar syrup. So I'm just going to stir that in now. So put that on a nice flame because you want it to be hot, you don't want it to be cold, you want it to get it to heat as quick as you can. And you can see the colour of the Saffience coming through. Until that gets to 110 degrees, I'm just going to put a gelatine leaf into some ice water. And the reason I put the gelatine into ice water is so that it keeps it pliable but makes it soft. I'm going to add that to my Semifredo. I've got 4 egg whites that have been separated. They're at room temperature, which is what you want your egg whites to be. Just put them in the bowl. And the trick to getting a good whip in your egg whites is to not beat them vigorously when you start off with. I'm going to turn this on nice and slow for about 30 seconds, and I'll keep increasing the speed until they start to froth up. Then we'll go back to our caramel, and I'll just let that beat. It's very noisy. The egg whites that are changing colour now, so I've still got to keep on adding this, and I'm going to add it till there's about 2 teaspoons left, and then I'm going to keep it whipping until it cools down. And when it's cold, then I'll know that my egg whites are ready and they'll be stable. Rightio, complete. So our egg whites with the Saffience have quadrupled. So you can see how high our egg whites have got. They're nice, they're light, they're fluffy, and they've got a beautiful soft yellow colour. And when you taste them, you can taste the Saffience through it. Beautiful. You don't want to have it too strong, because I think Saffience is such a nice flavour, you don't need much in there. So there's 3 teaspoons in there, and you can taste the flavour come through. So here I've got some lemon curd, homemade lemon curd. So we're just going to add that to our Semifredo. And very, very gently, we're going to fold that in. The reason you want to be very gentle is because the lemon curd's so heavy that it will just destroy the egg whites. So I want to put a few poppy seeds through the dish as well, not too many. And I'm going to pot it into my piping bag. And just put your bag 3/4 of the way down the tube. Nice gentle squeeze and pipe up. So I can put these in the freezer, and I'll just leave them in the freezer for 4 hours and they'll be ready. So I've taken my Semifredos out of the freezer, removed the rings. I'm just going to get my Feuille discs now, beautiful and golden. So you can make your Feuille discs in advance and then just put them in an airtight container, put them in the dry stores in the cupboard, and they'll last for 3 days. I'm just going to chop the strawberries up, top and tail them. And the reason I'm topping and tailing them is I just want the bottoms to be flat, and I want the tops to be flat so that when I put the next layer of pastry on, that it sits nice and even. Put it in the bowl. Just give them a light coating with icing sugar. Just like that. Now I saved about 3 teaspoons of the Saffience syrup. I'm just going to add 2 teaspoons of lemon curd to it. And when I'm ready to plate, I'll just put it back on the heat and warm it up very, very gently. So first I'll just put my pastry disc in the middle. Just put them around the plate. Take one of our Semifredos, unroll it, and you feel it's just so light. Just place that in the middle of the circle. Get another Feuille ring, put that over the outside like that. Roll your next layer of strawberries around, place them on top. We'll put a few poppy seeds in the sauce, and I'm just going to dribble that around the outside of my Semifredo Mille Feuille. Look at that colour, isn't that beautiful? So we'll just get a nice sprig of mint, one last strawberry, just cut that like that, just nice and thin strips, nice and gently, just put that there, and put your mint on there. And there you have a Saffience and lemon curd Semifredo Mille Feuille on crispy Feuille discs with poppy seeds and fresh strawberries. Beautiful.